Welcome to the ESL India Premiership. I'm Aditya Shah. I'm a Counter-Strike Go analyst, but today I'm your host as well because Vagish hasn't turned up to work,
today,
to be honest. And joining me is the lovely Angela Zara Gonzalez.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing so good. I am doing really well actually because it is the first day of the India Premiership,
Yes.
and I'm excited because it's sort of turned into my baby now because I've been promoted to the head of the ESL India Premiership, and it's fun times ahead.
I think you've been waiting for this day for quite a while yourself.
Yeah, I'm actually jumpy. You know, I've been on camera, I've been on TV for I don't know, over 6 or 7 months now, and today I'm actually nervous. I'm actually nervous because it's the first day.
Yes.
And today, by the way, we have 3 great games for you lined up. It's Clash Royale. It's going to be Arpan versus Mukul. After that, we have Counter-Strike Go, which is my favorite game. We have Too Easy versus Entity Gaming for that. And then we finish the day with Dota, with your favorite game. For that game, it's going to be Signify versus Buriza. So exciting games today. I'm looking forward to these games, especially to the Counter-Strike game because it's a replay of the 2017 Winter Finals.
I think these two teams have been battling it out even in the fall season. We've seen them perform in the winter, and now that we're going to see them again in the summer season, it's going to be a very anticipated game to watch. Talking about Dota, we have Signify going against Buriza, Signify being a top team in the country, having an international face to things. I'm really excited to see how Buriza is going to match up to that kind of caliber and that kind of powerhouse.
Yeah, true. And well, without much of a delay, I just want to let you know, like, I'm going to do a quick shout out to our sponsors. Because of them, we're doing this. This entire year, this entire 9 months of the ESL India Premiership has been brought to you by Omen by HP, by HyperX, by Intel, and by Nordwind Gaming, of course, where we work. And yeah, I mean, it's because of these sponsors, and they have some amazing products out there as well, by the way, especially Omen, that new laptop, Jesus, the 21-inch laptop. We had gone for the launch.
Yes,
it was something. It was absolutely something. But I think we should get a move along, right? We should talk about Clash Royale. So why don't we take a look at the first player in question, Arpan. So that was Arpan.
All right.
2017 winter finale. Sorry, 2017 summer and fall winner, as you tell me.
He also he was also the finalist for all the 3 seasons.
Yeah, so he's probably the guy to beat, right? And
definitely.
Like talking about the guy to beat, actually, let's before we get more into this, let's just take a look at his competitor, who is Mukul. And that's Mukul. Now, Mukul won, this one I know, because this one you did not have to tell me. Mukul actually won the winter finale in 2017. So these guys basically are at the top of the games on the given day, 1 and 2, right? In any given permutation. But they're the best 2 players in Clash Royale in India at this moment.
I would say yes. I mean, in 2016, we had the champion Rin coming in, and in 2017, Arpan just took the floor in summer and fall. But when winter hit, Arpan was a little nervous about the whole thing, but Mukul was very confident entering the winter. But this also comes to say that Arpan has a very strong adrenaline coming into summer again. This is his kind of season. He's got those 3 months to participate and see all the new cards come into the meta, check them out. And talking about their favorite cards, Arpan is looking to maybe go with the minor. I've heard that's one of his top favorite cards. And Mukul is mostly going to go with the 3 Musketeers, again being his top favorite.
I'm actually glad that you mentioned that, actually, because their favorite cards now, we have the new rule set, by the way, for 2018, which is internationally Clash Royale has this rule called the double blind ban rule.
Yes.
So we have something very similar here as well. Both the players will inform the admin which card is banned about an hour prior to the game, and then just before the game, we drop the bomb on each of the players, saying that you know, Mukul banned this, so Arpan, you can't use this. Neither can Mukul, by the way, and Arpan will ban 1 card as well. So both of those cards will be out of contention, and you can't make the mistake and say that use it, because you'll be disqualified if you use one of those banned cards. And I think it's a very interesting change we've brought in. One of my League Ops admin actually, Satadru, he was the one who said, why don't we do this? This is what the international scene is doing, so why don't we stick to that? And considering we've always followed the the professional rule set in Counter-Strike and Dota, why not in Clash Royale as well, right?
It is pretty
what do you think
risky.
about the bans, the rule?
I think it's pretty risky because in 2017, you know what the player's favorite card is. Their whole deck revolves around their favorite card because they can outperform anybody with that particular deck. But coming into 2018, for example, if Mukul's favorite card, the Three Musketeers, gets a ban, he's going to be in a very tight spot because he's planned his whole thing around this card. But Arpan being a little bit more versatile, I'm hoping to see that even if Mukul tends to ban maybe his favorite card, Minor, the Ice Golem, the Golem in general, I hope to see that Arpan will be able to play very well towards it. He has got the versatility in him to take this game.
Nice, that is good to hear. But so, interesting, that's what you think the bans are going to be, right? And yeah, I mean, I guess there isn't much else to say unless you have some last words other than the the predictions. If you have anything else to say, you could follow that up with your predictions as well.
I think predicting this game, I would say that Mukul has got to be a little careful. He doesn't really have a very versatile deck. He does say that nowadays he does use the Hog Rider a lot in his deck, so I'm hoping to see him play that card. But I would put my bets on Arpan.
Actually make it easier for you. I just got word that the bans are in, so we can
let's
actually
check
look at what Arpan and Mukul have banned.
Definitely.
So we'll know. So why don't we look at the bans? You can walk me through this. I have no clue about Clash Royale.
Alright, so as of now, Arpan has decided to ban all the Three Musketeers for Mukul, which is again his favorite card. But Mukul has decided to go and ban out the Dark Prince. Now Arpan had played this card quite a bit in the winter finale. So I'm hoping to see, maybe that's why Mukul has taken that chance and banned out that card. But Dark Prince is a very, you can use him in certain decks, not in all. But the Three Musketeers being the top favorite for Mukul, he is at a little bit of risk over there.
Nice. So, knowing those, what are your predictions going to be?
I think I would go with Arpan taking game one.
Yeah. I'm going to agree with you because simply 2 is better than 1. He's won 2, Mukul's won 1. So I'm going to be on your side as well. I'm going to say Arpan's going to take this as well. So, definitely. I mean, why don't we just get into the game and find out, right? So, Gautam, Workaholic Wirk is our caster today for Clash Royale. So, why don't you take it over, buddy?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's been quite some time since we have been sitting on this casting table. I'm nervous, I'm excited at the same time. My name is Gautam Workaholic, and I am back. And it feels good to be back. And it feels good to be back casting Arpan versus 8-bit Mukul because these are top tier people and a lot of action is actually happening on the field. Right away, before I even stop my intro, we see X-Bows coming out from both sides and both the X-Bows don't like each other. It's like the Bloods versus the Crips, it's the Red versus the Blue. There is inherently a lot of hate between the Red and the Blue side of this matchup. Just to put a context on this, Arpan is in the blue bottom. You can clearly see his name, and we see 8-bit Mukul on the top in the red trunks, and these guys are excited to get into this match. Now, notice new things on the screen, banned cards. These are the cards which the opponent cannot use. Mukul cannot use Three Musketeers, and Arpan cannot use the Dark Prince. Again, X-Bow is the name of the game right now. X-Bows are down. However, the Zap Tower is zapping away, and the gang is there to get rid of that. Arpan off to a great start. Mukul off to a great start here. Does get some damage on to Arpan Tower, but the game is quite not yet over. We kind of see similar win conditions here. The point is for the X-Bow to connect to the tower and eventually take it down. However, Arpan also has another trump card, which we can see. It's the P.E.K.K.A there. Now here comes the big push. The P.E.K.K.A comes out immediately, will absorb all the damage from the X-Bow there. However, this also means that okay, he did take it out. That also meant that P.E.K.K.A is quite an expensive unit also, but very well in defending that push. You saw Mukul saying wow because he did not expect that coming out of Arpan. That completely caught him off guard. That's what I believe that happened there. But keep in mind, few updates. It is a best of five. Last year we were doing best of five only for LAN events. However, now best of five is part of the normal season. Expos both disliking each other very much. Again, going at it, and both the expos will kind of go down before doing any extra damage to any other building or a unit. This is quite a back and forth Expo game. Expo might connect to the tower. Yes, it does. This is bad news for Mukul because this means that he needs to either zap or get rid of that Expo fairly quickly. And you saw the amount of damage that did to the tower, bringing it down to 1300 health. Arpan making a comeback now, and let's see how Mukul responds to this. Again, the P.E.K.K.A. Fireball on a P.E.K.K.A. You know, I can go both ways, but Fireball on the Expo, yes, that's great news. More beefy units being placed to absorb the damage coming out of the Expo and keep the offensive going. Mukul looking to make a last stand here. He needs to figure out how to get rid of the Expo again. It's a complete back and forth. Fireballs, Expos, and Expo again distracted, not able to connect to that tower. Always distracted, and now going away. The timer has closed now. We are already in overtime. It's 2 minutes 30 seconds left on the clock. This game could go in any direction, but the P.E.K.K.A. could spell doom here because look at that. P.E.K.K.A. doing a lot of damage. A single hit of that P.E.K.K.A. really just brings down anything. There's barely a few units in the whole game which can stand up to the P.E.K.K.A. damage. But will the Expo connect? Yes, it does. What is going on? The P.E.K.K.A. is going to destroy that tower and by Mukul, and already a best of five. The first game going in favor of Arpan. Keep in mind, Arpan did win two of the finales that we did last year, both LAN events. There's a different story, when you're playing from the comfort of your home, your favorite Wi-Fi spot, and there's a difference between playing at a LAN event in a whole different city and, looking your opponents right in the eye and dabbing them in the face. And that's what Arpan does. He loves to dab in his opponent's face. Interestingly, but however, the last LAN event that happened in 2017, which was the winter finale in Delhi, Arpan was not able to perform and was not able to grab that final victory. However, he did get that one last dab in. If you had webcam, I'm dabbing right now. You could see me. I can dab as much as I want to, but not as cool as Arpan because he dabs like a pro. And best of five score right now 1-0 in favor of Arpan. However, plenty of space for Mukul to come back. This is just the beginning. This is just the start. I don't know if everyone knows what's happening in the Premiership. There's been a lot of changes. First of all, there's this fellow by the name Aditya Shah who's just come into the picture, and he's like, you know what, I'm here. So cool. I'm going to make some cool changes. He's actually increased the number of people playing in the Master Leagues from 8 to 12, which is pretty exciting. And the game, as you can see, is well on the way. And I felt bad for that Elixir Collector, but it's my favorite move to do. If my opponent puts on an Elixir Collector, I'm throwing my miner at him. And that's what he exactly does. Arpan now has the Golem. Mukul has a good counter to the Golem also. He has Dragon. So let's see. But interesting card that you can see in Arpan's back pocket there is the Mirror, which is 3 Elixir and makes a copy of whatever unit in the field. So that would be quite interesting. How is Arpan planning to stop this big push on the left? Because he's just dropped a level like 8 Elixir Golem on the right. So this definitely connects. The balloon connects, absolutely destroys the tower. And guess what? On the right, Arpan has a perfect solution for the Golem. What does he have a solution for Golems? Jesus. That is a lot of Golemites actually. And guess what? There you have Rage Spell being dropped by a copy of the Lumberjack, and Lumberjack is going ham on the tower, bringing it down so quickly. This is unheard of. I've never seen the tower go down so quickly. Lumberjack, guys, think about this. A Lumberjack clone is dropping the Rage Spell alongside to a Lumberjack which is already present there. And the DPS of a Lumberjack is crazy enough already that we got to see, twice, like a double damage lumberjack going ham on the tower, and which, believe it or not, actually brings Arpan back into the game. This game was, totally Mukul's game. He had everything that he needed to get the defense going, and all of a sudden this mirror just kind of just changes the whole storyline. It goes current to Arpan, and here comes another mirror, and here comes a free raid outside. You know what I'm gonna use? Like almost immediately when I finish casting this game, I'm gonna use this free raid spell pretty much coming in while one of the lumberjacks is still alive. I like this meta that I'm getting to see right now. I am pretty excited, and I am pretty interested now how he's planning to stop all that balloons that are coming right at him. He actually clones the Mega Minion, who actually gets a hit off to the balloon. This is pretty crazy. Yeah, this is too high level for me. You know what? I'm sitting here in a 3000 bracket. These guys are not too far from me. They're at 4000. I'm at 3600 actually, pretty much. Here I am. Something weird happened on the screen there. But anyways, we're back. He's kind of gone into an all-out counter-attack in the back here, and he's trying to finish this game. But I don't think the balloon will last. Will he get another bomb drop? He does not, and that balloon and the miner will not be able to close the game. Whereas look at the top right. Oh God, Mukul. That game slipped out of Mukul's hand there, and while I was babbling away at the other things, you saw that Mukul tried to kind of go for an all-in on the bottom left with his balloon and the miner. Not able to finish that tower, and the balloon, if he could have dropped just another bomb, maybe if my math is correct, the damage would have been enough to clear that tower out and all, like give him a 3-crown victory. However, not able to close that, which ended up in a 2-0 score in favor of Arpan, which is sad to say right now, because Mukul I felt that Mukul had decent control over the game. However, things are not quite done yet, because as you can clearly see, it's a best of 5, and it says right there on the screen, if you don't believe me, it's a best of 5. And Mukul will need to win all next games to make it back and win this series of best of 5. So I don't know, man. I got my fingers crossed here, because both these guys are pretty much, now this is my own opinion. These guys are like the number 2 of India, but like right now with the latest scores and everything, Arpan and Mukul are kind of both the number 1 of India, because Mukul has won the last championship, whereas Arpan has won. And I would say that 1-1, right? It's like the tide. Like this match maybe will put one guy in the lead. Which is my own ranking. Okay, don't hold me to it, guys. But top talent in India performing right in front. This is just the beginning. Expo is out, and guess what? Look at the answer. This definitely the fat boy of Clash Royale. You literally dropped a nuke on your opponent's tower, absolutely demolishing it immediately. So looking at what both the players have, let's do some meta discussions. We've seen Arpan kind of going back to his favorite deck, which he used in the first game, which is the Expo and the P.E.K.K.A build. Mukul has kind of gone into this whole different scenario where it's kind of complicated for me to think of, because of the fact that his win condition is right now maybe a lot of missile damage and goblin barrel. However, Arpan has a log. As long as he keeps the log around, he'll be able to defend that. So this could be my 3600 MMR meta right now. I'm having little difficulty understanding on what's the goal here, because if he's planning to nuke that tower down with the missile, he needs that missile to stop the Expo, because otherwise the Expo will kind of come online and do a lot of damage. So Princess will get hit by the log, cleaning her out. So I will now pretty much wait and see if Mukul can somehow Goblin Barrel his opponent down, because Arpan will really need to go out of rotation with his log. So here comes the Goblin Barrel. Let's see if he'll get some damage in. They do all get one stab each, maybe a couple of stabs here and there. However, uh, another source of little bit damage there. He sees log also. Um, I think this is going to be a long game, because you can clearly see the health of both the towers are fairly decent shape. Arpan is a little low, surprisingly, which could prove me wrong. Maybe Arpan might not come out ahead in this situation, but 18 seconds left on the clock. And finally, what we needed to see, I don't know if he was planning, but because the Expo cannot target the tower right now, so he finally got to throw in his win condition, which was nuking the tower directly. And this is what will win the game for Mukul. He needs to throw the missiles right at tower. And look at the number of expos on the field right now. This is a lot of damage. He throws a fireball also to get rid of the princess there. And these expos are defending pretty well, I would have to say. 1,000 health left on Arpan. You know what? This is looking like Mukul has it under control. He's brought it down to 1,000 health. But this is the point where I'm thinking, hey, the Expo needs to be taken down. And what does he take it down with? A missile. A missile is gone. That a missile out of rotation right now is good news for Arpan, because for him, I don't know what the log was. Clearly missed like through that log, but it's okay. It's I don't know if it's okay at this level, but you know these guys are pro. He can come back from a 2 elixir loss. Goblin Barrel coming out. Ooh, the log completely misses it. This looks like it's a game for Mukul now. Mukul is clearly in control of this game. Could he have just missiled the main tower and won the game? I No, actually the missile does around 600 damage or 500 something damage. Yeah, there was no point risking that. Uh, Here comes the big Pekka. Pekka, we didn't get to see much in this game. The Pekka is out, and what's on the field to stop him? There's a lot of goblins. Um, he just needs to get a couple of more chips on that tower, and it's clean. And as I said before, the missile exclusively needs to be thrown down on the Expo, because he's not able to target what he needs to target. And ouch, that hurts. But that didn't connect to the tower. Here comes the big goblin barrel. This is it. A couple of stabs in. Not stabbing. Still not enough to take this tower down. Maybe the missile is enough to take the tower down now. 400 health. No, 50 health. No, what are you gonna do? Ouch. Wow. Now we know. Now we know how much damage a missile does, because he had 450 health. This, man, this saddens me right now. But Mukul had great win potential for both the last two games that we got to witness. And however, now we see Arpan actually getting a full clean victory over his opponent, and this is 3-0 in favor of Arpan. I'm sure Arpan is dabbing at home right now, and I'm dabbing as well, but not as cool as Arpan, because he seems like a professional dabber. By the way, he's dabbed all throughout, winning, getting his victories in. And I think we have pictures of him in for every LAN event of the Premiership he's joined, and he's dabbed it there. So uh, I think this pretty much comes to the end of this segment, because it's 3-0. I was looking for maybe a couple of more games, but the last game was quite exciting to cast also. I think it took a lot out of me, seeing and understanding that game and how it was panning out. Um, you got to know my thoughts alongside also with the Expo and the missile. Missile was truly focusing on taking the Expos down, which Mukul needed maybe one more missile to come down on the tower and get him the victory there. But sadly, didn't happen. But this is just the start of the Premiership. We have more exciting. This is just the start, guys. I can't even count the number of days. This is day one of the next 200 days that we'll be casting Clash Royale. So there's plenty of Clash Royales to go. This is game one in favor of Arpan. There's 12 people in the Master League now, which is pretty crazy. So more hardcore action happening at the top level. But where you right now, you got to witness the best of the best, guys. And this is me signing off right now. And I would like to thank everyone for tuning in for the first day of the Premiership. Uh, we have Counter Strike coming up after this, and then we have Dota 2 coming. So don't go anywhere. I'm Gotham Workaholic Work, and I'm signing out. And I'm sending it back to the studio to Adi and Zara. So take care, guys. Thank you so much.
Welcome back to the ESL India Premiership. And you called it. Arpan coming back with a vengeance. 3-0. But also, you went a little bit nuts towards the end of the game there. I have no idea why. Some card was played wrongly at some wrong timing.
No, actually, Arpan went back to his normal deck, the Golem card, and I think that featured very well for him in the second game. But in the third game, Mukul had a very high chance of taking that game for himself. He did have the rocket available, but he had to keep using it on the X-bow, which kind of didn't let him hit that rocket on his tower. Okay. And I think if in the third round, we had Arpan's P.E.K.K.A that was running towards the tower, and if Mukul had just timed it correctly, he could have sent the rocket plus the Goblin Barrel on Arpan's star and secure that win, because we were anywhere in overtime. But I think he got a little nervous over there seeing that P.E.K.K.A and misplayed that card for himself. But I guess because it's day one, he was a little nervous. A lot more games to go for him.
I can actually imagine. It might have been something like the LAN finale as well, where they would have been screaming, lag! I was like, how do you lag in a mobile game? Is the question I asked. Well, like they delayed our CSGO game. That's why I will never forgive. I don't know who it was, but it was some two Clash Royale players. I will never forgive them.
You're really partial to CSGO.
I'm very, I am. And it's very apparent to everyone as well, clearly. But the bans working out finally, that means, because Mukul did not get his Three Musketeers.
Yeah, and also Arpan opted to play the Ice Golem quite a bit. And for people who play Clash Royale know that the Ice Golem is a very less elixir card. It's just like 2 elixir, but he is annoying because you got to take him down, and you cannot send small cards towards him. You cannot send Skeleton Army. He will just burst, and the snow will just kill everybody. So
that you were saying that the Ice Golem should have been the ban for Mukul on.
I mean, he's just like that Jack of all trumps kind of card. You just play it, and it's going to be a safe bet for you. But that was Clash Royale for us. I think a good start to our league.
Yeah, so why don't we take a quick break, by the way, and we'll be back with some CSGO action.